Hi, my name is Narinder Dhami and I'm here today to read to you from my adaptation of this wonderful novel Persuasion by Jane Austen. Persuasion is about a young woman called Anne Elliot. When Anne was a teenager, she'd fallen in love with Frederick Wentworth, but Anne's father, the vain and pompous Sir Walter Elliot, and Anne's dearest friend, Lady Russell, were very much against this relationship. Captain Frederick Wentworth had been living with his brother in Monkford when he met Anne for the first time. At 19, Frederick and Anne had fallen deeply in love. Frederick Wentworth was a sailor. He was handsome, energetic and confident and full of plans for the future. He intended to marry the pretty, gentle, sensitive girl who had so quickly won his heart, and then make his fortune so they could spend the rest of their lives together in comfort. Anne, glowing with happiness, had accepted his proposal of marriage immediately. But the young couple's dreams were soon shattered into pieces. When Sir Walter was asked to agree to the marriage, he was cold and disapproving. "Who is this Frederick Wentworth?" he'd asked scornfully. "A nobody with little money from an unimportant family, and he dares to ask for the hand of my daughter in marriage? He must have a very good opinion of himself." To Anne's dismay, Lady Russell too had been against the marriage. Captain Wentworth had not pleased her. He was brilliant, but he was headstrong, and he might not make his fortune. Then what would happen? Lady Russell could not bear to see Anne throw herself away at the young age of 19 on such a man, so she had set out to persuade Anne to break off the engagement. "My dear, you must see that it would be foolish to enter into such a marriage," Lady Russell had told Anne earnestly. "This young man has no land or property, and your father has already said that he does not approve of him. Sir Walter will not settle any money on you if you marry Captain Wentworth. It would be madness to marry and try to live on a sailor's low wages. This engagement is a disaster for Frederick Wentworth as well as for yourself. You must change your mind, Anne." Anne was torn. Young though she was, she felt she could have stood up to her father, even though Elizabeth offered her no sisterly support. But she had found it very difficult to ignore Lady Russell's advice. She was the closest Anne had to her mother and her dearest friend. No, she could not disregard what Lady Russell was saying. She only had Anne's best interest at heart. Her heart breaking, Anne had decided it would be best to call off the engagement. She couldn't have done it unless she felt it was right for Frederick as well as herself. But Captain Wentworth did not see it that way. A very painful meeting between the two of them had taken place when she told him she had changed her mind. "Perhaps it is for the best after all," Frederick had said coldly, his face white and unhappy. "I do not want a wife who is so easily persuaded to do what she knows very well is wrong." He had left Monkford the same day, and Anne had not seen him since. The memory of that last conversation still had the power to distress her, though, even now. Anne had never met anyone else to replace Captain Wentworth.